So this is actually best of 5, right? So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I welcome you in the DeVoid organized monthly tournament finals between two Protosses. Who would have thought? And one of them here on the left bottom corner in the green colors is GD80 Matrixx, while he's meeting his teammate on the right upper corner, GD80 CostPhoenix, playing a red color Protoss over here. Yes, it is a Protoss versus Protoss. Yes, this is ley lines. This is not ladder edition, my bad. But anyways, these guys are from the same team. We had quite unexciting or exciting semi-finals between Matrixx and Milka. Milka lost, but Milka tapped out in the finals of lower bracket and allowed CostPhoenix to try to best Matrixx in this mirror matchup. Well, CostPhoenix is opening double gate and he's sending his probe over. As I already mentioned, usually those probes are disturbing the expansions for the opponents, and there is Cybercore here from CostPhoenix and the mirror opening from the Matrixx 2. Okay, Matrixx also has his probe over here, so they might be using these probes to do some little shenanigans, do some little disturbances, little bit this disturbance in the mining. Actually, CostPhoenix, that was very dangerous move. Usually they can actually draw the probes and do some damage and surround, but this one survived. Yep. And CostPhoenix actually is opening with a Stalker and Adept, which is a mix of units, while Matrixx is going for double Adepts, which usually, not usually, but sometimes, at least in previous game when he opened with double Adepts, he followed up with some proxy Stargate. We'll see what happens now. The probe is still here. The probe is trying to... It was kind of supposed to block it, but I don't know, it didn't. And there is the Adept, there is the Stalker. Both are out. Probes are hitting high 5. CostPhoenix has obtained 5 minerals. That's a little bit of a win for CostPhoenix over here. And Matrixx actually is sending probe to make this proxy thing, a proxy Stargate, but the probe was killed by CostPhoenix Adept. Really successful weapon. There is double Adept coming for Matrixx over here. There is double Stalkers here. There is a blocking shield battery being built, so the shades of Matrixx do not succeed in getting into the base of CostPhoenix. Meanwhile, CostPhoenix is going for a Stargate, and what kind of units here? Yeah, the one Adept did try to shade in the base of Matrixx unsuccessfully, unfortunately, and it's actually going down to double sentries. Matrixx is sending his probe once again out to the same kind of position, building pylon, and probably thinking about some proxies. Loses one Adept, the other Adept is trying to shade in, but the battery is blocking it again, and this Adept is left alone a little bit. Will it successfully kill a probe? Yes, it did. One probe down, 2 probes down, and yeah, CostPhoenix has his own Oracle out. Now, what kind of building will Matrixx build to this proxy is the question. CostPhoenix actually is sending his own probe to proxy pylon. There is hallucinated Phoenix right now sent out. There's actually Dark Shrine and Gateway for Matrixx as a proxy, so he's going for DTs. Well, there is a Twilight Console, there's a Warp Gate, and CostPhoenix is going for Stasis Trap to disturb some mining. There is a Blink being researched in Twilight's Console from Matrixx. So it's Blink Stalkers with Dark Templars. Actually, CostPhoenix also is going for Dark Templars and double Gateway. Not one Gateway, but double Gateway. So it's faster warp-ins for those pylons, and there is some powerful stuff. Stasis trap is being made. The Oracle is under fire by the Phoenix. No, but by the Stalker. Sorry. It looks like Matrixx will finish his Dark Templar, Dark Shrine first, so he will be first getting his Dark Templars out. Give me a second, I will bump the mic here. Yeah, adjust some stuff. And there are first two Dark Templars being warped in by Matrixx. The hallucinated Phoenix is scouting out the information. Phoenix has the Stalkers and he has the Oracle. The question, will he spot the Dark Templars? He's actually going to warp his own Dark Templars in. Does he see the things? I think he missed it, unfortunately, and Dark Templars are starting to do the damage. One of them is getting revealed by the Oracle, the other one keeps killing the probes. It's a lot of probes going down right now in the main base of CostPhoenix. And CostPhoenix is sending his own 4 Dark Templars in. There is a little group of army arriving at the natural of CostPhoenix. Yep, the Dark Templar was revealed, but the attack has been started. 4 Dark Templars killed the same amount of probes pretty much for Matrixx. Matrixx is walling off with the force field, the ramp, and there is no warp in position right now except this pylon over here. And the Dark Templars are going ham on the mineral line. CostPhoenix loses a lot more probes, so there's a lot more probes being killed. Matrixx keeps walling off the Stalkers, but there's no more energy, I believe, for these sentries. So they will chase away with the Dark Templars the units, which Matrixx has. Matrixx actually now is just now building the Robo facility, and I believe that's here at the proxy position. And Dark Templars are just chasing away all the units for Matrixx over here, and he's kiting his stuff around. There is pylon over here though, being built maybe for the base race purposes. There is Dark Templar now killing the probes for CostPhoenix once again. CostPhoenix has his army over here. I don't know, does he has his Oracle? No, he does not have Oracle, nor he has the Observer or Robo facility to get Observer out. CostPhoenix actually is expanding over here. He finds the pylon and he goes in. And he has started his sort of base trade, but there is an Observer out already for the Matrixx. So Matrixx will be able to see the units soon. And that might be really painful. There it is. There comes in everything. Ladder Legends, thank you for following. Much appreciate that. And yeah, well, this is now pretty much ring around the rosy. Couple more probes going down, and Dark Templar have been recalled to the main base, or no, to the natural actually of CostPhoenix. Well, some base trade situation was happening. Well, CostPhoenix is actually going for Forge right now, and he is planning to build some cannons. And he is leaving his main base and natural base pretty much for the Dark Templar to chew on, while he is working on this base now by re-establishing. Okay, CostPhoenix is behind on workers. He has only 3. Matrixx has 9 workers, so his income is double as big pretty much as CostPhoenix's. Will CostPhoenix successfully do anything to protect his main base? He could have probably sneaked out the probe to build some cannon, but he is actually planning to go for aggression here. Yeah, there is no more troops. There's only 5 Stalkers, so technically 3 Stalkers and some Dark Templar could actually do some damage. And he was let into the mineral line here for Matrixx. CostPhoenix is trying to do some damage and being kited by Matrixx's Stalkers. A lot of probes going down here, like 6 probes going down, so CostPhoenix now is ahead in economy, but he has more Stalkers and he has the range advantage, so he can blink and kite around the Dark Templars here. which are again let upon the workers here, the probes for Matrixx, and CostPhoenix is like trying to go for some. Yeah, now he has nowhere to escape. Pretty much, he was like killing the pylon. He cannot get to those stalkers. Those stalkers will eat those Dark Templars one by one. Is there any money for Matrixx to actually build any units? No, there is not. Dark Templars have been recalled, so energy was enough to be recalled. Question, where are they? Oh, they are here. And actually there is Dark Templar here. And there is one Stalker here eating away the buildings of the CostPhoenix. Technically, Matrixx has no idea about this base pretty much, with CostPhoenix has fully mining and everything. So pretty much I believe that Matrixx is going for either he's now figuring out that such is the situation, that there is something not going right, because he has no vision pretty much. He has no idea about this base, where the proxy actually came from and what was the situation. Yeah, he's eating away the CostPhoenix's base. He has no minerals pretty much. No, he has one probe over here. He has 3 workers. He's chrono boosting them and starting to rebuild some workers over here, but it's going to be really slow. CostPhoenix has already 2 Archons out. And he has like fully mining base, and there Matrixx finds the base finally, that there is such a thing, and there is Archons here. I don't think that the Blink Stalkers can outblink the Archons, but there is Dark Templar, and that might be a problem because Dark Templar might be invisible. Nope, there is a cannon. You don't see the forge at the front? You see the forge at the front. But there is, yeah, again, there is a little bit of problem here for CostPhoenix, and he's getting out-kited, and the Archons are not having enough energy. Yep, the shield battery is not finished yet, so no shield regen for these Archons until now, and CostPhoenix drops another one. Matrixx will snipe it down successfully. He sniped down one and snipes down the other one, and he might be getting this pylon. No, he's starting to work on the workers here. There is no, is there no? There is actually Cybercore. So why the Stalkers are not being made of CostPhoenix? CostPhoenix has the advantage, economical. He commits for one Stalker over here, and he loses one more Archon for that. I don't know why he's not making his own Stalkers, and by any chance he's just keeping himself on Dark Templars. No idea. I guess there's no observer anymore? No, there is. So it sees the invisible units. But cannon was depowered, and the Dark Templar is now killing the... No, not anymore. Was killing the probes for CostPhoenix. Well, now Matrixx actually is ahead in economy. He has 9 probes mining, and CostPhoenix is slowly deteriorating. He has no economy. No, he has economy to build some units, but he's just not willing to do that. The 3 Stalkers are blinking on top of the CostPhoenix's Stalker. He warps in the Zealot, but I don't think that the Zealot will be able to do anything against Blink Stalkers. Yep, both of the units are dead, and CostPhoenix is just powerless against these 3 Stalkers, which are barely alive, but they still are. And one pylon goes down, and the game has turned like this. Meanwhile, Matrixx is just keeps building probes and keeps having some economy, so soon he will be able to afford some units, which will be really good for him. And yeah, what CostPhoenix has a plan. He has Sentry. There's a lot of gas being mined. I don't think that is the case. Yeah, the Stalkers are just slowly chipping away probe by probe. Now they killed the Sentry. There is one Stalker left. The forge has been lost, also depowered, which means that there are no more cannons being able to be built, but Matrixx has recovered his economy. Now he's on 23 probes. He can just rebuild more stalkers and just finish the game here and now. The guys took their time indeed. CostPhoenix has had the upper hand there, chance with the recovery and nice capture of the probes. He was ahead, like yeah, he was ahead. That's when he was ahead. The Matrixx was ahead until that point, but afterwards I don't know what happened, why he didn't imagine that he needs to like build the same stalkers to have the same range as these stalkers so he can just capture it. He was just devoting himself to make more and more dark Templars, while he actually has this cybernetics core running fully. But now it's too late. That should be a GG. Yep, GG's called. Matrixx takes game 1 in this best of 5. Excuse me. So, that's just me doing stuff after sleep time. Nevertheless, welcome back to best of 5 of the DeVoid monthly tournament. Finals between two teammates, two Protoss players. GDAT Matrixx, who is playing Protoss on the green colors here on the right top corner on ultra low, and his teammate GDAT CostPhoenix in red colors playing Protoss here on the left bottom corner. Ooh, there is a forge being built now. That means that CostPhoenix might go and try to do some cannon rush shenanigans. To be honest, he did fail against me, but I think he didn't try hard enough to do the stuff. And there he is. He's walling himself in. Probes are being pulled. Matrixx can pull more probes actually to kill off the pylon successfully. He actually picks on the first pylon and picks on the second one, and more probes are being pulled. There is the cannon landing down. The probes eventually did not have enough firepower to do this. Wow, okay, one of the pylons goes down, one of the probes of CostPhoenix goes down, the other probe is here keeping the rampage on, keeping the harassment on. He drops another cannon and then he gets killed. There is the... Yep, there goes the probe down, and the CostPhoenix start to shoot the gas. Unfortunately, nothing else can be reached with this cannon. No, the gas probes can be reached, but they have to be manually microed, I think. Yep, that pushes Matrixx to make the other gas. There's a 3 pylons and 1 cannon. CostPhoenix sends in another probe. There was a zealot trying to do something to it, but here comes the CostPhoenix and drops multiple cannons here, which will be really hard for the Matrixx to hold, I think. And he's actually building shield batteries right now, and he's making Stalker. He has enough gas and enough minerals to start the Stalker. Meanwhile, CostPhoenix, well, he's just mining minerals at his base. All the action is here. The question is, can Stalker outpoke the things? This cannon actually is the most dangerous. It can reach the pylon over here, which can shut down the only production building the Matrixx has. And there are a couple of probes dying. The cannons are shooting down the main base. The shield battery is working on this pylon to protect it, and the Stalker here is working on this cannon. It could be actually going down, and the Zealot has been gunned down, and there is another Stalker being made right now. The main base of Matrixx actually goes down, and the production of Matrixx actually goes down, and he is actually deciding to go reverse all in, I would see. Yep, there's a lot of probes sent. Now it's actually 4 probes, double Stalkers, going for the main base of CostPhoenix, which actually is building gateway and photon cannon right now on his natural top of the ramp. No, not on natural, on the main, on top of the ramp. Another probe is being sent. He's going to throw down the cyber core. And the cannon starts working on the stalkers. Well, the stalkers outrange the cannon. So there is no secondary pylon over here for CostPhoenix. And that's, I would say, a little bit of mistake from Matrixx. He could have actually dove his probes onto that pylon, but CostPhoenix is ahead of him, and he dives his probes onto his probes of the Matrixx's probes and stalkers, and there is Zealot now chasing away the stalker, and stalker being made. CostPhoenix meanwhile has done as much damage as possible. There is no escape for probes, so I believe the game is going in favor of CostPhoenix from here on out. And GG Scout, CostPhoenix takes game number 2, and we are jumping for the game number 3. We have a draw, quite an equal situation over here in many ways and forms, many ways and shapes and forms indeed. There are two teammates, both playing Protoss, fighting amongst each other in the finals, which is best of 5 in the DeVoid Open Tournament. This is game 3. This is taking place on Maganatha. Here on left upper corner in the red colors playing Protoss, as already said, we have GD80 CostPhoenix, and his teammate on the opposite corner, on the right bottom corner, we have in green colors playing Protoss, GD80 Matrixx. Well, the first game was crazy one, the second one cheesy one. Now what will be the third one? What's gonna bring the big map here from our guys here? Interesting. CostPhoenix is sending his probe to check on the vision tower, and then he's sending his probe here to the corner, so I assume there might be some proxy going on. There's double gates, and Matrixx is going to check out what's in the main base. Well, CostPhoenix should drop the cyber core and should drop the second pylon to be the least suspicious as possible. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, Matrixx is doing about the same opening, but the second pylon for CostPhoenix goes down over here to the proxy, and anyone who is anyone knows that if there is no second pylon in the main base, there is some sort of stuff going on. This is a proxy. The question is where it is and what it's gonna be. Well, most likely it's gonna be Blink Stalkers, right? Because Cybernetics core, what else? And CostPhoenix actually is starting Adepts here. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, Matrixx going for Warp Gates, same upgrade as CostPhoenix, but he is going for Stalkers. He is not pushing for natural, he has second pylon upstairs. No, he is actually going to push for natural. He's going to build pylon and then build natural. Meanwhile, CostPhoenix has made Robo Facility and gateway in his proxy build here, which is somewhere between the third and fourth, or third and possible fifth, or whatever the base here of Matrixx. So that's gonna be something. He actually shades the Adepts first, tries to chase down the Matrixx so it doesn't spot the proxy. I don't know if it did spot. I don't think the Matrixx did spot it. Let's check. No, he didn't spot it where the things are going on, but there's actually Immortal being made, and there's Stalkers coming from the home base of CostPhoenix right now. He's shading the Adepts. He will try to get in the main base. He will be blocked by the shield battery. There is already 2 sentries which will help the force build. The CostPhoenix did commit the shades, killed the probe, but loses both Adepts because of that. There is Warp Prison being made, there is both Stalkers have arrived, and there is Immortal over here, and Warp Gate research has been finished, so there is 3 gate, 1 Robo Facility proxy with the Warp Prison and multiple stalkers. The question is, what's gonna be the response from Matrixx right now? I don't see where is his army actually. He had stalkers and he has them in the main base, so he expected that it could be some air toss stuff, but it's actually immortal, and there is more immortals coming. CostPhoenix is he is placing his war prism over here. He's actually making sentry of his own, but technically he cannot walk in the main base because there are sentries here for the Matrixx, which can actually force field the ramp here. So it's really hard for the CostPhoenix to actually go inside the main base. They pursued each other, and actually the sentry dies for the Matrixx, so that gives a little bit of upper hand before the next warpin, because there are no sentries here now. There's 2 shield batteries though, but now there are 2 immortals, which is giving CostPhoenix a big advantage over here. I don't know why the probes are being sent just to die, to check out. There is a shade of the other checking in, and it sees that there are 2 sentries being made, and Matrixx meanwhile is finishing his blink upgrade, and he is chrono boosting another first immortal out for himself. CostPhoenix doesn't have immortal coming, which might be a problem. He's actually deciding to go for the wall off for the production buildings, which is a really good idea, because that means less warpins for Matrixx. He has to spend resources to rebuild those buildings to warp in more units. CostPhoenix actually decides to go for the adept warpin and shades in to do some economical damage and scouting some information, which he is now doing, trying to do as much as possible. And meanwhile he's trying to tear down the another gateway of Matrixx, which he successfully does. He engages the Guardian Shield, and here comes the full duel. War Prism is being targeted, but not really. Immortal was saved to the micro, but most of the units have gone down. The Immortal have gone down, the Stalkers have gone down, and yeah, CostPhoenix is tearing down the army of Matrixx, and there's nothing else. He's targeting down the pylon, so there is no immortal going to go down, and Matrixx calls GG. CostPhoenix takes game 3, and we are moving to the game 4. Alrighty then. Actually wrong. Ay caramba. It should be like this. Alright. So we are back at the finals of the DeVoid organized monthly tournament of October 2025, and we have the finals. In the finals we have 2 Protoss players from the same team. It's GDAT Matrixx in the green colors here on the left top corner, and he's playing against his teammate, as I already mentioned, CostPhoenix, who is playing red colors Protoss here on the bottom right corner. And the CostPhoenix took game 2 to game 3. He was close to actually taking game 1, and now they are battling. Well, pretty much Matrixx is battling for survival, to try to bring this matchup to the ace match, these finals to the ace match, to the 5th game to decide, because if CostPhoenix wins this one, he actually wins the whole tournament. And there is little prize money also included, so yeah, CostPhoenix has quite a big enough opportunity. Matrixx has done a lot of wins. I have seen him win a lot of tournaments, but this is a little bit of an event in itself. Nevertheless, there is Cybernetics core being built over here. Yep, same in the opposite side. So both players are doing quite a similar openings here on the both sides of the map. The map is the pylon, which usually are vetoed by the Protoss for some reason. I guess they are expecting that people gonna do some cheesy stuff. Well, CostPhoenix sees the second pylon. He is about to patrol the natural to block the the possible expansion. Matrixx goes for the warp gate research, goes for the stalker and sentry. While on the opposite side, Matrixx actually blocks off the ramp. No, CostPhoenix blocks off the ramp with a shield battery from Matrixx probe to not be able to disturb the natural of going off. Will it be cancelled? It is cancelled. CostPhoenix? Nope, there are 2 adepts out already for the CostPhoenix, so they get rid of the probe. And the question is, will CostPhoenix actually go for the natural? Because he's building 2 more adepts right now and he is going towards the Matrixx base. Matrixx is making another sentry. I think sentries will not be able, like, they can hallucinate Phoenix to scout out the information what's going on. Yep, there is natural being dropped here, but CostPhoenix is warping in more adepts, so he has already 4 out and he is making 2 more, which might be for the damage, a lot of to bring a lot of damage to the Matrix's economy here. They exchanged a lot of probes in the first game. If you did check that out, I would really suggest to. I will try to cut these matchups actually in one long sausage thing, not anymore like splitting them apart, because some people might not like spoilers, or some might like spoilers, and they might just skip the rest of the fun part, which is really worth to watch actually. Nevertheless, bracket is in the pin comment. So yeah, there is the immortal being made, and there are 3 stalkers and 3 sentries. That threw me off a little bit, sorry. And there's 8 adepts trying to shade in the main base. Are they going for main base? No. He had actually a chance to shade in the main base. Now he will be blocked from it because he showed off his cards over here with 8 adepts, and that's no good. That's unfortunately that's painful, I would say, for CostPhoenix here, that he kind of showed his hand. He's trying to shade in more while it's not, when it's not being built, not being cancelled. So now he has pinned this army a little bit and pinned everything, but looks like Matrixx has second immortal and he's going to move out. Yeah, and CostPhoenix commits with his adepts. I don't think he will succeed much. He got a couple of drones, 4 drones here, but he loses all the adepts unfortunately in this trade. And yeah, there are no more adept aggression from CostPhoenix. He lost 4 adepts for 6 probes, and I don't think that's enough, because army supply of Matrixx right now is a biggie. He has a war prison, he has 5 stalkers, 4 sentries, 2 immortals. He's ready to come in to block the ramp from any units coming down. Actually, there are glaives and some immortals being made, and some glaives and +1 research, and a lot of gateways being thrown down. But the question is, will Matrixx hang long enough for all of that to come into the power? There is a lot of shield batteries being dropped, but there is some micro happening with the war prison. Immortals are used to do as much damage as possible. The 3rd immortal is being chrono boosted out, but the unit amount here for Matrixx is a lot bigger. He has a lot more stalkers over here doing the firepower, and I don't think the adepts are able to actually take care of that kind of attack. CostPhoenix did try to target down the sentries over here, but yep, the pylon is being shut down, so the warping is not completed. A lot of gateways came into power. There are some zealots being warped in, so there's a lot of units now being warped in the big clumps, and that Matrixx feels like too much counter pressure for him to handle, so he decides to fall back. But there are shades of adepts which are really fast, and the glaives is not finished yet, but the damage could be actually done quite a bit, and it is. glaives have been finished, more adepts are being warped in, the +1 is close to finishing, and CostPhoenix goes for pylons to free up supply as much as possible, and could push for, could be the aggressor now, could push for aggression. He has a little bit more army supply. Matrixx is dropping down a couple of gateways to get as much units as possible from his own side, but there is observer spotting what kind of stuff is going on. Unfortunately that dies, but that frees up supply for more units to come in. There is war prison being made, a lot of adepts made in the same time. Matrixx has decided to go for robotics bay, which would be allow him to go for either disruptors or colossi. I don't know how the colossi works against the glaive adepts particularly, but hallucinated phoenix is sent out to see what actually is going on. There's 4 more adepts in this war prism. Was it spotted? I don't think so, but there is a lot of adepts here, and there is war prism actually from Matrixx. This can actually do a backstab, which could be a lot of damage. The question is how much damage will be done, and what can that war prism do? What are the researches for the Matrixx? Not much actually. There are 3 mortals, but there is a lot of stuff, a lot of adepts over here. He's committing, CostPhoenix is committing them to the natural and just shading them in and just doing as much damage as possible and killing all probes here, and Matrixx calls GG. CostPhoenix takes the game number 4. He has won. He has won in the tournament 3-1 Matrixx. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Congratulations, CostPhoenix. Good job. Really good games and well played. Nice.